I'm the Big LG Doc Gallows, and you're watching the Wrestling Junkies. Boom.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Wrestling Junkies podcast with Mr. Cincinnati. As always, I'm joined by the handsome devil, the podcast dad, wearing Reds gear today. A little odd for you.
Yeah, I'm ready for baseball. If you can't tell, I got my Reds gear on. I got my Louisville Bats hat on. I'm ready for baseball, and this is the only thing I had clean. So, that's not even clean. But that's where we are. I'm pissed because the Eagles have lost damn near everybody in free agency today. And the Bengals actually signed people, so you're in a great mood. So I just hate everything right now.
So I'll be honest with you, I've not gotten to watch anything free agency related between work and going to the dentist. I just So you want to
you're going to be pleasantly surprised. I'll say.
Okay.
That.
Okay.
You have a new starting safety, defensive end, and defensive tackle.
Oh,
they spent some money on some defense. Yeah.
Well, it's about them. I'm not going to give them I'm not going to give them all of their snaps just yet, but this is a very good start compared to last year. A lot of offensive things that we wanted to get done on that side of the ball financially, but here we go. It's time to spend the money because, quite frankly, Duke Tobin is working for his job this year. Ain't no way he's not getting fired at the end of the year if he doesn't do something. They'll fire everybody else.
Marvin Lewis was here for 24 years, so maybe.
They'll fire everybody else but Zach Taylor, I feel like.
That's fair. I feel like that's probably fair.
Just saying. Fact checker's in the house. It is Monday. Happy Monday, fact checker. Thank you for joining us tonight. And thank you to everybody else tonight. As always, you can find us on X and TikTok at Junkies Pod. Excuse me. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram at Wrestling Junkies Pod. But please do us a huge favor. Subscribe to that YouTube channel. We are so close to 600 subs. Podcast at him with that magic number.
So tell one person if you like what we're doing here, hit the subscribe button. Funny story, actually. The podcast parents had a midday day drinking. I don't even know how to call that anymore. Day drinking event on Saturday. And I was talking to somebody, and he was really into wrestling, and I asked him if he's to subscribe to our podcast. Joke's on me. He was already subscribed.
Color me shocked. Who was it?
I have no idea. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, no shit.
Random stranger already subscribed to the pod.
I was going to say, I do recall there being some birthday festivities. Happy birthday to Katie, our friend out there. Yes. But I wasn't sure if you were out for that. We didn't get to go, but I was going to guess Joey Metz there. Yeah.
No, it was not. But, met somebody at the bar, was already subscribed. So, hey, I practice what I preach. Tell one person. Yeah. And if they're already subscribed, tell them to tell one person. And we're just going to keep this train rolling and continue to get where we need to get as far as subscribers to continue to do the fun stuff we get to do.
Yes. Plenty of room at our table. Pull up a seat. And where will we be without our friends at the Main Event Wrestling Network? Podcasts, blogs, live streams, incredible group of people that we work with. What more can we ask for? At Main Event_net on all social media platforms. Podcast ad. I mean, where else are you going to get as much content as we're pumping out lately?
I don't think you are. I mean, we had mixers over the weekend. We got a lot of stuff going on. WrestleMania weekend. Just stay tuned. Main event moves are being made.
Yes. Shout out to our friends J Star and Type E. Some cool shit coming. But it is time to introduce our guest junkies. Tonight, we are joined by somebody who truly embodies the phrase, if it involves a mic in a ring, he's on it. He is a commentator, a ring announcer, an interviewer, and he's been making serious waves on the indies as of late, bringing high energy and personality to every single show that he calls, whether it's behind the commentary desk, in the ring introducing competitors, or getting the story straight from the wrestlers themselves. He has built a reputation for being somebody who understands this business and how to elevate a moment. Now, you may have heard him on the call for promotions like Game Changer Wrestling, West Coast Pro Wrestling, PrideStyle, Impact Zone Wrestling, and our friends at Pandemonium Pro Wrestling. He's constantly on the move, traveling the entire country, bringing the action to fans everywhere. He is somebody that clearly lives and breathes pro wrestling, and tonight we're going to talk to him about his journey in the industry, life behind the commentary desk, and what it takes to tell the stories that make wrestling so compelling. So, junkies, please welcome Ethan Lawmaster to the show, but I think he's having some signal issues here. Yeah, I was feeling myself.
What an intro
there. Yeah, it's all good. Fernando, where the fuck have you been, man? It's good to see you.
Whoa, hey, don't you attack Fernando like that.
I was not attacking him. That's how the hell are you?
Don't you dare.
Well, I would never, Fernando. I'm sorry, I would never. It's
Real
very
quick,
nice to see you. That's why we're
If we can pause real quick,
sure,
and
of course.
I'm gonna do something I don't do a lot on this show. I'm gonna give you your flowers.
I wish a motherfucker would. Thank you.
Your introductions for these interviews. I'm sitting there listening. I'm like, my God, they're very good. They're very well thought out, very well read. I don't know what's into me today. I don't know why I'm feeling like this, but hey,
being nice to your fucking friend. How about that?
Those are always good. Shout out to you because those intros always hit. So shout out to you.
Well, I appreciate that podcast. I mean, come on. If there's one thing that we love to do around here, it's talk to anybody in this beautiful industry of ours. Everybody's got a great story to tell. Everybody's got, something that they can contribute. And Ethan is no different. He is finally back in the backstage areas here. So let's bring him on. Ethan Lawmaster, welcome to the Wrestling Junkies podcast. How are you, man? I think he's still working on getting some sound set up here, potentially. It's, it's all good. Can you hear and see us okay? All right. I don't know if he can hear us. I'm going to put him in the waiting room as he kind of gets sorted here, and then we'll come back to Ethan here in just a second. My apologies, everybody. Podcast that as we're waiting for Ethan to work on sound on his end, we had a pretty busy weekend wrestling-wise. Let's start with SmackDown. We're finally on the road to WrestleMania. Elimination Chamber is in the rear view. How you feeling?
Hold on, I'm typing out a message. Yeah, I think we saw this coming. Cody regaining the championship. I don't know, man. It feels like this WrestleMania is setting up to be just very safe. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. They're going to sell tickets, right? And I think that's what they're trying to do at this point is put they will. It's WrestleMania, dude. These rich people are going to come out there for anything, especially in Vegas. Like there's an event in Vegas, they're going to go. That's just unfortunate, but that's what's going to happen. But yeah, it just feels very, very safe, right? Cody and Randy is a match that we've all wanted, but they have teased this for 2+ years now, and now we're just going to get a 6-week build to it. It kind of feels like, okay, like I wish this was a little bit more planned out, but here we are, and we're going to have to live with what we got going, and we'll see what happens. Nope, you're on mute, my friend.
Sorry. This should surprise nobody. The second that Nick Aldis said after the chamber that the title was going to be on the line, I don't think that anybody saw Drew walking out with the title, which it sucks because I can give them grace to a degree when it comes to the injury bug that they have had to overcome and a lot of the stories that they've been trying to tell, and plans change. We understand that card subject to change. The problem is this hurts not just Cody. I mean, Drew is once again an afterthought. He had one title defense against Sami Zayn at the Rumble. No.
I want to throw one factor in there.
Okay.
Just one factor. He is going to film a movie right after WrestleMania.
I can understand that, and that's fine. That's perfectly fine. This is, we wanted to see Drew in the spot for so long to be the guy, to be the WWE champion, to win the title in front of a crowd. We've been waiting 6 years for that. Yes, we finally got it, and if we want to call that completion of his story, fine. Like that's what it is. This was they hot-shot the title off of Cody so that they could advertise him as being in the Rumble and in the Elimination Chamber. So that devalues Cody. And that second title, which, let's be honest, his title, his time as champion, when you look at the whole of all three of these runs, has not been great. It peaked at winning the story, and it's been downhill ever since. And that's fucking unfortunate for Cody Rhodes. but now with Drew,
that's the ultimate baby face, man. That's what that is we want to see him get there, and then afterwards it's just kind of like, all right. And yeah, and look, Fernando, I do agree. He could have lost it at Mania. And yes, that could have been the other option they could have done. Yeah. But I think they're just being super safe with it. And what's gonna for them? You got to remember, business wise, for them, what ticket sales are down. Okay, let's actually start listening to our fans, kind of thing, right? So they want Cody Randy. Let's start listening to them. It's just kind of where we are. If ticket sales weren't down, we might have gotten something different.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate too, because I mean, again, they're in a position where they have to find these marquee matches that are going to look great on a poster. Rhea versus Jade, and we're going to come and talk about that promo here in a second. Roman versus Punk. We know that program is going to basically carry the entirety of the build to Mania. Is Punk and Roman, and they're doing a damn good job of it. They're doing a great job of it. I'm not saying that they're not. Randy versus Cody makes sense because it's again a match that we've wanted to see since Cody came back. The history is built in. Would we prefer more time than the 6 weeks? Absolutely. Beggars can't be choosers in this situation, though. But the flippant title change is just for the purposes of trying to advertise Cody for events. It just that's frustrating. That's frustrating, especially when it comes at the expense of Drew, who should be he should be a 5 or 6 time world champion at this point in his career by now.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And it's once again kind of the guy that you can kind of use him wherever in the card, and that's probably the frustrating part of it for me anyway. Yeah.
No, it's at the end of the day, I think for them it's what's going to sell better.
Yeah,
Drew McIntyre champion or Cody going against Randy, and I think that's just kind of where they are. So it's unfortunate.
Yeah. We're gonna check back in here with Ethan real quick. Looks like he's joined in on the StreamYard app. Ethan, can you hear and see us? Okay, man.
Hey, can you hear me?
We got you.
Gotcha.
Oh man, finally. Okay, so I tried to do it on my laptop, but my connection was so bad that it took. You guys are just swirling, buffering signals, and I'm like, oh no. So I had to make the jump over to my phone. Let's try this again.
Yes, welcome to the show. We are excited to have you.
And I'm sorry for making you all wait.
No, not an issue at all. Let's get right into it. For fans meeting you for the first time tonight, can you give a brief description of who you are and what you bring to wrestling broadcast?
Well, my name is Ethan Lawmaster. I'm the voice of the Valley. I'm a commentator, ring announcer, interviewer based out of Phoenix, Arizona. You can hear me on from West Coast Pro, GCW, PrideStyle Pro, Pandemonium Pro, all across the American independent scene. I've been doing this for about 3 years. Had my first booking 2.5 years ago. And ever since, I've built a reputation for bringing the right amount of energy and expertise to any booth, any ring, or any backstage.
Well, if it involves a mic and a ring, you're on it. So where did that love for this side of wrestling begin?
Well, growing up, I did the same thing everybody wanted to do. I wanted to become a wrestler. And I slowly realized the more I tried high school athletics and middle school athletics, that I'm not cut out for that. So I was trying to think about how else I could apply my craft within pro wrestling. Because I had done esports commentary during the pandemic for a small indie FPS's esports scene called Due Process. I did that for a little bit. That showed me that, okay, I got the fundamentals. Now I know more about wrestling than I do about video games, so let's give that a shot. And eventually that led me to where I'm at now.
Love that.
Do you remember your first show on commentary or announcing?
Absolutely. It was it's for a company called Spark Joshi out in LA. I did the same thing everybody else did when they were starting out. I emailed anybody I could. I cut a demo in my bedroom calling Mike Bailey versus Walter from Riptide Wrestling. It's like 5 minutes long. I sent it to anybody I could, emailing, DMing, praying that somebody got back to me. And I saw Instagram ads for a company called Spark Joshi. They called themselves the first U.S. Joshi Press promotion in America, which is true. And I reached out to them, and literally a week before the show, they emailed me, hey, can you come do play-by-play? And I'm like, oh, yes. So I had a fucking week to get my flights in order and my hotel and all that stuff. At 19, I was trying to figure this stuff out. And so I get there, and Joshi's already getting thrown into the deep end because if you even get one thing wrong, their fans will kill you. And so I had to do so much research and look into all this stuff. It was a great test of how to know what I'm talking about and how to do research and whatnot. So I get there. And I find out that the stuff they're recording on, they have no monitors. They have no headsets. We have 2 stick mics plugged into the laptop that they're running the sound out of, and we have to pray to God that it gets recorded. The guy I'm calling with is Tom Fain from Monthly Pro Wrestling. He had done the TJPW show in LA the Mania weekend before, and he was also the ring announcer and the timekeeper. So he pretty much told me, just go wild. I'll chime in when I have to. So that was a really good stress test of like how I could hold my own, not just as a commentator, but as the only commentator. And few can say they called a Ram Kaicho match the first show they ever did. So that's something I can claim.
There you go. I mean, shit, deep in like crazy, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yes. We're gonna figure out if you're good or not. Here you go. That's amazing. What a story.
So at this point, who are some of the commentators, announcers that influence you as you're developing your craft?
Well, there's the same ones everybody says, like Jim Ross, Mike Tenay. Mike Tenay especially was a big inspiration for how I do my play-by-play. And most of all, just my passion for stuff. As passionate as Mike Tenay was about lucha, that's how passionate I am about Joshi. And like I want to like help represent like cultures of pro wrestling that are often scrutinized or aren't really understood in America, and help contextualize them for fans over here. I take a lot of inspiration from commentators outside of wrestling. Like I'm a big NASCAR fan. I was a NASCAR fan before I was a wrestling fan. And like the MRN commentators, the radio NASCAR commentators, they have to describe something that you can't see. So like the sheer speed and like rhythm that they have to develop to call something that's moving that quickly was a big inspiration for how I do my play-by-play as well. Of course, like MMA commentators as well, like Michael Chiavello was a big inspiration to me. Mauro Ranallo. I like Mauro's MMA stuff for like Pride FC more than I like his NXT stuff. Just like stuff like that, drawing inspiration from a bunch of different outlooks and different perspectives.
So when you're sitting at the commentary table, what's your mindset going into the match? Is it you're more focused on telling the story, highlighting the action, or reacting to the wrestlers?
It all comes down to which role I'm in. I honestly enjoy play. It's funny, whenever I'm in Arizona, I'm on play-by-play because I'm really the only play-by-play commentator out here. But the second I leave Arizona, I'm color everywhere because 9 times out of 10 they already got a play-by-play guy. Yeah. So I've come to enjoy color a lot more than play-by-play because I love the challenge that comes with it. Presenting people's characters, presenting people's stories, not just within the match, but over the course of their careers. Finding stuff to talk about within like the people they're fighting and where they've been in the company, like what's their win-loss record, where are they at, like story-wise. It's stuff like that. It's a lot more of a challenge. And that's what I enjoy. I also enjoy play-by-play a lot because I like seeing how much I can keep up with stuff, especially like when it's like a lucha match or somebody who's particularly fast, like testing my speed and testing like I can move just as quick as them with my voice,
Yeah. So what do you think separates average commentators from great commentators?
My hearing's bad. Can you say that again?
Yeah, of course. What separates average commentators from great commentators?
Again, it comes down to your passion, and it comes down to the measures you take going into it. Like, I get my notes from everybody. Whenever I'm at a show, my routine is this. I go into the locker room, I go to everybody who's working, and I get notes from them. Even if it's somebody whose match I've called a million times. It depends on who they're working. It depends on their status within the company, what they did on the last show. And I'll talk to them. Like, my usual questions are, if someone's debuting, how would you describe yourself for someone who's never seen you before? If it's somebody that they've worked either like in the past or they've shared a locker room with, I'll ask them, describe your history or relationship with this person. And like just basic stuff like that to get an understanding of like where they're at before, where they're at now, and where they'll be next. It's just something that like I feel a lot of people overlook because like you can't just read Cage Match and then call a show. Like that doesn't give you a good perspective of who these people are. You have to study tape. You have to talk to them. And just measures like that I try to find in people, but a lot of people don't do. Like that's why I love Jordan Castle. He will sit there with a laptop and just paragraphs and paragraphs of notes. Yeah. And it challenges me because like I'm looking at my little notepad and I'm like, oh man, I got to keep up with that. Okay. So just stuff like that, giving a shit. Realizing your position is like the narrator, somebody who can help fill in the gaps where they can't in the ring. It's just something that I wish more people were conscious of, especially in terms of like their in-ring, their energy on the booth as well.
Sure.
There has to be a flow of energy. You can't be screaming the whole time. You can't be talking very flatly either. So you have to have a balance.
What would you say has helped you throughout the years get that balance? Like, is it just experience in there, or have you had like mentors along the way?
I'd say my biggest mentor is Jordan Castle. I remember Jordan Castle, before I'd even worked a show, I sent him my demo on Instagram. And I'm like, he's my age, he's doing this, he'll understand what I'm doing. And like within a day, he sent me like 8 Instagram voice messages saying, dude, you're awesome. Have you worked anywhere? Like, here's this, here's that. Here's what you did well. Here's what you can work on. And ever since then, he's been my biggest advocate. He's helped me get booked at Kitsune. He's helped me get booked at GCW. He's helped me get booked at a ton of different places. And I can't imagine where I would be without his help and his guidance. As for finding that balance, it just comes down to what I find annoying and what I think is cool. And just like listening to different commentators and seeing like, oh, I like that. Or it's like, what are you doing? Like just having that conversation in my head and discovering like, okay, I like it when people do this. I don't like it when people do that. So finding that happy medium between like how I can present myself in a way that like I'm satisfied with.
That makes sense. And looking at all the work you put in for over the last 3 years, it all, generally every year culminates in Mania Week. You're available for bookings. It's one of the best weekends or weeks in wrestling, bar none. Well, maybe except for this year. What's that environment like for someone that works shows during that week? If you're a fan, you're a wrestler, what is that environment like? We have never been to Mania, but we see all the stories and we're just jealous as hell.
I have a unique perspective because I've done 2 Mania weeks before this one coming up now. I did 2023 in LA and I did 2025 in Vegas, and both of which had ridiculous experiences that could honestly fill up the rest of this interview. But I'll give you the 2 biggest stories from both of them. Mania Week 2023 was my first time ever working out of state. Funny enough, the first show I ever worked out of state was for Pandemonium Pro in LA at Don Quixote. And that's where I made my Pandemonium Pro debut last month. So just having like that experience of like, okay, this is what a show out of state is like. And Kid Bandit, the former promoter and booker at Pandemonium Pro, comes up to me and says, can you do music? And I was like, I was 75% sure, but not 100% sure. I was like, haha, yeah, I can. Yeah. And I sit down at the laptop. She comes back over. It's like, Maki Ito is going to have a big entrance with a dance team. You need to time a music cue to our exact signal or the whole thing's fucked. Okay, I can do that. No I'm so worried I'm going to fuck this up. Drexel's sitting next to me and he's just like, dude, you got it. Don't fucking stress out about it. And so it's time for the entrance. I nailed Maki's cue. She goes to the ring. It's time for Kid Bandit's entrance. The booker. All I have to do is press a button and keep my hands off the desk for like 2 minutes. I press the button, and somehow I click the ring bell sound effect, and then it plays Jack Cartwheel's music as Kid is entering. Oof. And she plays off of it really well. She's like, again? And then she goes through the curtain, and I'm like shitting my pants trying to get this fucking music cue right. And now I get it. I'm sitting there, and after the match, Kid just comes up to me. He's like, dude, just go. I'll do it. And I'm like, oh, my God, I burned my fucking bridge here. She was cool about it, even though anyone else would have ripped me a new asshole for it. But it's just one of those things, like experiences like that. Like I went to Circle 6 and got thrown out for being under 21. And as I'm walking away, Mick Moretti and his students from Australia are standing on the corner. I asked them, where are you guys headed? Josh Barnett's Bloodsport. Count me in. And then they look at their phones. They're like, never mind. We're doing ring crew for Impact. Count me in. So I hop in an Uber with like 5 of these guys from the other side of the globe, like riding in a car, talking about their lives, their careers, the people they've worked with that they've reconnected with. And it was moments like that made me go like, holy shit, I'm doing this. Like, I'm a worker. I'm doing this. I'm going to shows. I'm helping out. I'm meeting people. I'm making memories. This shit is awesome. And like, I went and worked TNA at like my 4th or 5th show ever, which is insane. And like, just last year, I remember last year, I was helping out with West Coast Pro. They're a big collective last year in Vegas. And like, I'll be doing nothing. And then Chris Hero will run up to me and say, hey, I need you to go find a popcorn bucket. I'm like, what? And so like I had to go. I ran around Fremont Street for like 30 to 45 minutes trying to find a bucket of popcorn. I eventually just went into like one of the bars at Neonopolis. I was like, look, dude, can I buy like a beer like bucket from you? And he was like, $20. I was like, you got it. So I handed it to him. I go to Walgreens. I buy a bag of popcorn. I bring that back. He's like, thank you. And I'm like, okay, I did that. And then fucking 20 minutes later, it's prestige. Like an hour or so later, it's prestigious show. And then Chris Hero runs up to me and says, I need you to go find cocktail umbrellas for Matt Brannigan. He's going to do a spot with it. And I'm like, okay. So I run around the strip I run around Fremont for like another hour trying to find cocktail umbrellas. And I walk into a bar and I find him. And by the time I get back, he's right about to go on. And Matt Brannigan's like, dude, you saved that match. I would have just had a wrestling match if I didn't have these. And I was like, thank you. So just things like that where you're running around, helping out wherever you can. It's chaotic, but I love it.
if you were talking to somebody that wants to break into commentary, what advice would you give them?
It's going to be tough because something that I found out like my first 2 years in the business is that 9 times out of 10, they already got a guy and they're pretty stuck on him. So you're not just vying for a promoter's attention. You're vying to be just as good, if not better, than the guy they've already got. So that's going to be an uphill battle. There's going to be a lot of shows where you show up, put up a ring, and do nothing. It's going to be really discouraging. But I promise you, if you just keep showing up, if you just keep making talents, if you put up the ring, help out in any capacity, someday that guy's not going to show up. And you're going to be the first guy on their mind, and that's when you're going to get your shot.
Well said.
Yes.
I mean, you're already channeling the Jordan Castle energy big time, just in that response.
Stop putting him over. His ego's big enough.
Well,
His ego is not big. Come on.
He's
if Maximilian is standing next to him, it is. But if he's on his own, you're fine.
Yeah, he's changed a bit over the years. That's
forget what I said. Forget what I said. I don't want to be.
Ethan, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on tonight. Glad we were able to finally make this happen. Before we let you go, where can everybody find you on social media? What do you have coming up? Everybody wants to follow your journey. How can they do that? You can find me at Baja_Lawmaster on Instagram and Twitter. Where to find me on the call next will be at PrideStyle Pro x West Coast Pro on March 28th for Turn the Tide as part of our new initiative. In April, you can find me at Mania Week at Pandemonium Pros, whatever, forever. It's been an honor to join the team for their shows coming up. Also, Mania Weekend, you can find me at Unapologetic Pro right after Pandemonium. Then you can find me at PrideStyle on Friday and Saturday at the Bazaar Bar and the Strat, respectively. In June, I'll be joining the booth for Pandemonium Pro's Dismantling Summer at Stage 722 on June 7th. And a lot more coming that way. So keep up with me on socials for more info and more of my material. Love it. Well, Ethan, best of luck down the stretch and hope to have you back on again soon, my friend.
See you soon.
Take care. Thank you to Ethan Lawmaster for joining us tonight. Thank you to everybody that is watching Podcast Dad. Let's regroup a little bit here. As always, you can find us on X and TikTok at Junkies Pod. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram at Wrestling Junkies Pod. But please, please, please subscribe to that YouTube channel, Podcast Dad. Hit him with that spiel.
It just takes one person. If you like what we just did, just tell somebody. Like, if you are into wrestling at all, we talk about it. I'm trying to get this clown over here to watch AAA.
I did watch a little bit on Saturday. I did watch a little bit.
Anything you guys can think of, we're probably going to talk about. So, say I'm getting choked up just thinking about it. Just subscribe. We just want to have fun, and we want you guys to come have fun with us. So jump in those comments. We'll answer any questions you guys got, as long as we're respectful and you're nice to each other. So that's all we're asking. Positive environment. Everybody loves wrestling, so let's keep wrestling going.
Yeah, and let's get back to these comments here, because Fernando said that the WWE title should be defended in a fatal four-way, and Fact Checker agrees. Multi-person want to freshen this up. Chamber doesn't necessarily need to decide the other world title match. I would agree that this year, probably not so much. Yeah. No,
but again, they're selling a poster right now. I've come to grips with it. That's what they're selling this year. It's not about what we wanted or what we should. They're about selling the poster. So
yeah, I think at this point,
it's not as fan friendly as it used to be. We've talked about this a lot. They're just trying to make the most money. So does a multi-man match sell that as many tickets as Cody and Randy and the showdown, the one we've been waiting for? Who's to say? But they're obviously leaning the one-on-one way. So
yeah, and we haven't even talked, and this happened because we didn't do a show on Thursday. I mean, this also happened over the weekend. Road Dogg is out of WWE, and I believe Alexander Williams has been promoted to lead writer of Monday Night Raw. So there have been some major changes to the writing team, going into WrestleMania. So
Raw or SmackDown?
Raw, yeah.
Road Dogg did Raw?
Yeah, no, Road Dogg did SmackDown. He was lead or co-lead of SmackDown.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that's the old regime, right? So there's two left. If you go and look at it, there's the producers and everybody, and there's two left. It's Bruce and it's old Doot. So we'll see what happens. I mean, does this make it better? I don't know. SmackDown got a very low rating on Friday, so I don't know. and we talk about ratings and all that, but it was the first show Road Dogg didn't produce. So
No.
here we are.
Yeah, and there are going to be the growing pains, but you would have to have your fucking head in the sand to not realize that, again, we know the goal is to sell the poster, as you have so eloquently imagined. There's no way that they don't see how dire this situation is going into WrestleMania. And we talk about, hey, we're not excited about WrestleMania. It doesn't have that same feel in the air that it usually does every year, where we're kind of, we're hyped and just kind of like, oh, this is I don't know. There's that. It's like almost like that Christmas Day feeling is not there for Mania here. And fact checker, as a soap opera fan, I always give a short grace period for a new writing regime. This one's just going to be a little bit shorter than the average. Yeah, no, I can't argue with that. Fact checker doesn't know soap operas.
I watched Days of Our Lives in General Hospital with my mom growing up, so
don't get him started on General Hospital.
I'm a little bit there. It's going to be interesting, right? Oh man, there's one. Can we talk about this promo real quick?
Which one?
With Rhea and Jade.
Yeah, sure.
Did you like it?
It was fine for what it was. This is kind of the first extended interaction that these two have ever had. So you did, much like fact checkers wanted to give grace as far as the writing team. This is the first time this matchup has really been teased. I don't think that ideally, I don't think that they would have wanted to do this in 2026 and maybe have Jade get a little bit more comfortable, in the ring, have some longer matches, things like that. Like, we're not expecting a match of the year clinic with this match here. We're not. The social media build, and we can all take that with a grain of salt, how much is a work, how much of it is a shoot, but it got people's attention. That worked.
Yeah.
This is fine. We both know that these are just physically imposing, these are attractions, Rhea Ripley and Jade Cargill. Rhea's she's getting pops bigger than the men, and that'll continue to be the case. Jade Cargill was brought in to be the attraction. She has a phenomenal look. They both passed the airport test. So that's what this is here. But this match is because Bianca's not available. That's just what it is. I mean, this is if you want that marquee match, Rhea versus Jade is it. It was not Tiffany versus Jade. We've seen that before. We've seen Tiffany's builds to WrestleMania, and they're not great either. So I could not imagine trying to see them build this to a PLE when we've seen basically their entire feud play out on TV this entire time.
Yeah, I did not like this. I just didn't like the subject matter of the promo. Like, I don't know. It just this feels so forced, and it probably is, right? And it probably is, but it just feels that way. Like I'm not that interested in Rhea versus Jade. Like, their beef just seems so superficial. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm just not into it. Like, there hasn't been the small interactions or the showing up to the other show and peeking around the corner and oh, who are you kind of thing, right? Like, there just hasn't been any teases of this, and for this to happen now, it's just like you said, it's probably a product of Bianca being out. But man,
no, Bianca, because even if in an ideal world, if Bianca still weren't available, because we know the deal with the finger, this could have been Naomi Jade too.
Oh yeah.
I know we got 100%. That at Evolution the night that Naomi cashed in, but realistically,
Mania, wasn't it?
What's that?
They did that at Mania too, didn't they? Am I wrong? Oh no, they were on the tag team at Mania. Sorry.
Yeah, tag team at Mania, but yeah, this year was the Evolution because they had the street fight and the Naomi cashed in later in the night. Yes. Yeah, they could have run that back as well as far as a Mania program, but yeah, again, this was the biggest one that was going to make the most sense.
They're selling that poster, man. I'm telling you. Right now, you look at that poster, you got Jade and Rhea, and that, again, wow. Well, you have my attention, right? You have Cody and Randy. No, they were together
for number 15.
Yep, and they were once together one before. They have the history. And then Punk and Roman, that sold itself just on the last two shows. So
yeah,
they're selling the poster. And that's just, it is what it is at this point. I think we all need to get there. So, real quick about Vengeance Day.
Yeah, this was a solid show. This is, yeah, there wasn't anything that I actively disliked on this show. I thought it was a fun card. Good watch for a Saturday night. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was easy to digest, right? Wasn't anything too crazy. Tony D'Angelo won. Okay.
Yeah, too.
I don't know what this story is. Like I know he's trying to get after the dark state, but I'm not that interested. We'll see what he does next.
Yeah, no, get him away from Dark State. I don't know. We need to add some more depth to the character, especially when you go from mob boss to say fucking vigilante, just for lack of a better word.
Wolf. Yeah.
Yeah, this is. There's a lot more that needs to go into that character development that they're just not doing, and I think it took him too long to get a microphone in his hand. Just having him kind of perched in the rafters, like there's a fine line that you can walk with that, and
he's not Sting.
Yeah, he doesn't have that aura that he can carry something like that for an extended period of not saying a word, especially when again he's the Don of NXT. That's what he did was fucking talk.
That's all he did, and he's good, and he's a good talker though. So
yeah,
that's why I don't understand why they took the mic away. Anyway, Blake Monroe wins the street fight against Jada Parker. Good match.
That was a fun one. Yeah.
Good match. Blake's got to move on soon, right?
Yeah, there's North American title run. This was, I think, just to kind of get her feet wet with the WWE style of pro wrestling. But there's no reason to keep her down there just to put a title on her. Let her again. Julia needs opponents. AJ or Becky, whoever, yeah, I know.
I got a very concerning text from you on Friday about Julia.
Yeah. Getting pinned in a tag match by Charlotte.
Protecting
Kiana James.
Yeah. They're higher on Kiana James. I mean, Kiana James is athletic as hell. And nothing against Kiana James. She has impressed the hell out of me.
Yeah.
But that, pardon my French, it's fucking Julia. Like,
yeah, I mean the work that they put into signing her, accommodating Rossi as he got the new promotion started, like man, talk about the bloom coming off of that rose.
I'm gonna have hope because we said the same thing about Asuka when she first came up too. She lost the match to Charlotte, and it kind of went downhill a little bit. But she has made a hell of a career out of what she's done. So
yeah,
I'm gonna hold out. I'm gonna hold out hope.
And I know that I know that the tag titles are gonna have a heavy presence on the WrestleMania card. Kiana and Julia don't need to be in the mix for that.
I'm okay if they are, if it gets them on the card. Because if we're not going to have a United States title match, fine. Just at least get Julia on the card.
I can understand that, but I want to hope that they'll realize, there's a championship that we could easily put on our biggest show of the year. 2 nights. They're starting the fucking show, a couple hours earlier now? Like, it seems that there's going to be a lengthier card than we usually get in years past for these. You saying that they can't find 9 minutes?
I'm not saying that at all.
That's more of a rhetorical, but yeah.
Yeah, I want her on the card. If that's how she's got to get on the card, then that's how she's got to get on the card.
Fucking fine. And then the United States title just continues to devalue itself by the week.
Well, it's not devaluing itself. Man, we got a new booker, so maybe something will be different. Man, we went on a weird turn there. Lola Vice wins the underground match. Okay.
They're high on her, as they should be.
I know, and this is her match.
Tag champ right now. It is, undefeated. That's pretty cool.
That means if somebody beats her, it needs to mean something.
Yeah.
So that should be. I don't know if that's in WWE or like main roster wise. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
If that happens, whoever beats her, you got to make somebody at this point because now you're.
I don't want to see that match type on main roster.
I think if she goes up there, we will.
I don't want to see it. No.
I mean, we were there for the MMA match.
But we've also seen them try Underground before, and it was just overproduced as shit.
Well, Shane's not there. Maybe it'll be better. The other one's
not
not
making me feel better at all.
The other one's not there.
Yeah, I guess.
Tatum Paxley regained the North American Championship, I think like we both predicted.
Good triumphs over evil.
Yeah, that was a good feud. I like that feud. It's time for both of them to move on. But that was a good feud with a surprise title win in the mix, and they made the best out of it. I remember we were on the show when that happened. We said, oh, they're going to have to adjust, and they're going to have to do it well. They did. They did.
Yeah.
That was a good feud. It was a fine feud, and I like Tatum as champion. So let's go. Sorry, it was Thea Hale. Thea Hale won the title.
No.
And then but my mistake. And then Joe Hendry regains the championship.
Retained.
Yes, sorry, retained.
It's all good. Yeah, so help me God, this better not be a stand and deliver match. I
think it is. I do. Who else do you have? Did you do Joe Hendry and Ethan Page, I guess?
Even that I don't want to see.
Again, if Ethan's not going to the main roster, which I don't think he is anytime soon, at least until after Mania, at least he has a marquee match on Mania 2 weekend or whatever, because they're not doing it the same weekend.
Yeah,
right?
It's 2 weeks before.
Yeah. So, again, if that's what gets him on the card, I'll be happy. Because the alternative is he's just not going to be there. So,
fact checker is calling triple threat. Oh, I guess we did see the shenanigans.
Make it a 4-way. Throw Tony D in there. Why not? There'd be some fun promos.
I guess you gotta get Tony needs a couple more marquee wins between now and April if he wants a shot.
I would think you want to throw another face in there, probably, right?
Yeah.
Just one more. I don't know. This is also a good match. Like I'd watch this match. The promo battle between these three would be very good.
Fact check if we can organically get Tony D in, he is down. So yeah, I don't know. It's kind of that weird lull when you get a bunch of the main roster call ups. Like I think that's just kind of where I'm at with it.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
Little bit of a roll. Sorry, I should have popped it up. I was reading the comments instead of actually popping it up on the screen.
That's all right. Shout out to Nick. Follow his show Friday night 6 p.m. Eastern. Let's talk about this Raw preview.
Yes, number one contenders gauntlet match for the women's IC. We have Lyra, we have Bailey, Asuka, Io, Raquel, and Ivy Nile.
Becky is somewhere.
I'm gonna go because the winner gets it's not a Mania, right? It's just saying
I don't know.
Shot at the title.
Okay.
That kind of changes my answer.
Sure.
I'm going to go Bailey because I think they want to run that match. That's like a dream match, right? Because those two had.
Yeah.
Okay. That's just my opinion because this doesn't say for Mania. If it says for Mania, give me Raquel.
Oh. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Okay. Yeah.
But.
What we got
next?
You?
I need a pick from you, sir.
Oh.
You going
Lyra, Becky? Lyra, Bailey, Maxine, Raquel, Asuka.
Ivy Nile instead of Maxine.
I'm feeling fun. Let's go Asuka.
Again, if it's not for Mania, I'd be down. I think that would be a wise pick.
Sure.
Penta defends his newly won IC championship against Grande Americano Original.
Penta retains. Probably some more fuckery with current El Grande Americano.
That's going to be a Mania match. You know that, right?
Whatever.
The Americanos going one-on-one.
Don't
The
fucking
mask
care.
versus
Nope.
mask. Dude, I don't know why you don't like this story. I really like this story. It's been really fun. You got to watch more AAA. You'll have more fun.
It's fine.
He is. Did you
I'm
see
not
how
saying he's
over
not
he was?
over. I'm not saying that he's not over. I have fucking hated this gimmick since the beginning.
I know you have.
This is,
I hate-
and I don't even want to hear that. Oh, well, if it gets Chad Gable on TV, fuck that.
Well, it probably wasn't. He wasn't supposed to be under the mask this long.
I'd like to see those merch numbers.
I bet you they're pretty good in Mexico.
And that's not
Hey,
my role to.
If it makes money, it makes money.
I guess. I just think it's a
Oba and Rusev. Just meat.
It is meat. It's finally something that Oba can sink his teeth into, pun intended, as far as an actual program. Rusev has kind of been put in this position since he's been back of, working with the other big men. He had the program with Sheamus when he came back. This will be good for Oba. It's because, we shouldn't be expecting a, slingshot right to the top of the card, not with everybody that comes from NXT. That just doesn't happen that way. That's not to say that Oba Femi is not going to work his way up the card and quickly. I'm just saying that we don't necessarily need to start him there. I know that you were, not happy about working with Kit Wilson and all of that. It's, but I'm not, panicking about how they want to use Oba Femi right now. I'm just not right now. Of the call-ups, deservedly so, the priority is Trick Williams, because as much as they're going, who, and following the dance, those reactions are not nearly as loud as whoop that trick.
No, they're not. I want to see Oba on the Mania card, though. It doesn't have to be super significant, but I want it. That's, again, one that you want to get in front of that audience. Put Oba Femi on the poster, people are going to be like, oh,
Yeah.
Who's that guy?
Yeah.
So that's Raw. Only 3 things advertised currently.
For a 3-hour show.
Correct. You sound surprised.
I'm gonna be like the fact checker. I'm gonna give some grace. We've got our new lead writer installed. Let's remain optimistic here.
Let's see. I don't see anything else advertised. So maybe that's a good thing. Maybe we're gonna get like one of those weird Road to WrestleMania shows where just like some random shit happens.
One of those random things better be the fucking breakup of the Judgment Day.
Oh, that'll be soon.
We've been saying that for.
Yeah, but I think Finn cost Dom his title here soon. His AAA title.
It wasn't necessarily Finn costing Dom the title so much as he is cursed.
That is true. The Miz needs to watch out.
Are you excited for Mizhausen?
Yes, I am. Of course I am.
Because he's going to use that to his advantage. He's just going to use Danhausen. That's basically all this is.
Yeah, this is going to be good. Of course it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Of course it is. Danhausen.
Yeah.
Everybody knew Danhausen was going to work.
Yeah. Not everybody.
He had a shitty debut. Okay. It's fine.
And even that almost kind of plays into the aura of like a campy
100%. Yeah. That's why he had the little puny fireworks. This is the point. It was the whole point. And I love it. He's gonna make so much money. Good for him.
As
already top 5 in merch.
Which certainly doesn't surprise us. Any final thoughts on this edition of the Wrestling Junkies podcast, bud?
I think I want to go buy the podcast Dadhausen now.
You know what? All right. I'll allow that. Podcast Dadhausen.
Yep. I like that too.
Let's
type that in now.
That's what we're going to do, but that's going to do it for us tonight. Thank you so much to everybody that joined us. Like us on Facebook, at X and TikTok at Junkies Pod. Follow us on Instagram and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Just do us a favor. It takes 0 seconds, costs $0.00. Show some love to our friends at the Main Event Wrestling Network at mainevent_net as well. TBD if there will be a new episode tomorrow. We'll definitely be back on Wednesday. I know Podcast Dad, he's got a busy life now. That's okay, fine.
It's summertime, baby. It's not even close.
And the living's easy.
It's not even close. But Yeah, sorry. This one snuck up on me. I apologize.
That's okay. No, do your thing. I think we're just planning to be back on Wednesday. Be nice to each other. Have fun. Wrestling is cool as shit. We're just, out here and enjoying talking about it. There's plenty of room at our table. Just don't be a dick. That's going to do it for us tonight. Podcast Dadhausen. Always great to see you, my friend.
Thank you. You guys have a wonderful night. Like Eric said, be nice.
I'm Mr. Cincinnati. This has been the Wrestling Junkies podcast until, I guess, Wednesday. Enjoy those graps.